Welcome to a bonus episode of Shoe Talk.
Yes, it occurred to us when we were talking about our cruise wear shoes that many of us, including both of us, don't necessarily pay attention to our feet and our toes as much during the winter months as we probably should be doing.
Absolutely.
So we decided to come back and give you a bonus shoe talk explaining very simple ways that you can take care of your feet during the winter months so that when you do break those toes out that they're going to look great.
So if you are preparing to head somewhere warm, or even if you are planning on staying inside during these cold winter months, taking care of your feet is important. So the dry air can deplete the moisture from the skin, leaving your feet feeling dry and prone to cracking. So to help combat this, firstly, make sure you wash and dry your feet every day. Even if you don't shower or take a bath on the daily, make sure you're washing and drying your feet. So use mild soap and water to wash your feet and clean the spaces between the toes. This will remove any dirt, bacteria, fungi that happens to get in between those toes. And then make sure you are drying your feet thoroughly. Especially between the toes, again, is leaving your feet damp. It can increase the risks of fungal infections.
Speaking of fungal infections, we want to combat those because winter conditions can cause athlete's foot, which is a fungal infection that thrives in damp environments like your socks and shoes. So a couple things you can do: air out your shoes after each wear, especially if they get wet or damp, and don't put them back on again if they are wet or damp inside. Let them completely dry out. This will help prevent the growth of bacteria and fungi. Sprinkle antifungal foot powder on your feet and into your shoes. This will help absorb the moisture and combat that fungal growth as well. And then also, this one was a surprise. We got this from a podiatrist. They said change your socks daily, especially if they become damp or sweaty. I would have thought people would change their socks daily anyway, but maybe not. So if you're not doing that, start doing it. You want to do your best to avoid those fungal infections.
Absolutely. You also want to moisturize your feet daily, especially after showering or bathing. This will help lock in the moisture and help prevent that cracking. Choose socks made from natural fibers like cotton or wool. They will allow your feet to breathe and prevent moisture buildup. So cotton, wool, those natural fibers wick the moisture away from your foot and let it out the other side of the material. So definitely try to choose a natural fiber. And then you also want to exfoliate your feet once or twice a week using a gentle scrub or a pumice stone to remove dead skin cells and to promote smoother skin.
And it feels good. I love exfoliating my feet.
It feels incredible.
Yeah. And speaking of exfoliating feet, don't give up your pedicures during the winter. I mean, I'm guilty of that. And so what I found when we were talking about this is that having your feet pampered doesn't just feel good. It helps by having your dry skin tended to with trimming, exfoliating, and moisturizing. And if your feet are going to be in closed-toed shoes for several months, let your nails go naked. It's healthy to let them breathe. So get rid of the polish. If your toe's going to be in socks anyway, let them breathe. It helps them create a healthier environment. And then use some cuticle oil around the cuticles of your toenails because that helps promote growth, makes your toenails stronger, and makes them better and healthier by the time you do take off your socks and your winter sock shoes and boots and put on those open-toed shoes. So you won't be like Jamie and I last night at home trying to give ourselves pedicures and polishing our toenails. But I think we should take our own advice and go get pedicures.
Well, certainly, by no means was I doing this before, and this is an excellent reminder. This video was born of this conversation, like, we're preparing for this. We're trying to get ready for spring. We're getting out our spring clothes, our spring shoes. We think we're ready to head out the door, and then we realize our feet.
I can't look down at my toenails, and I'm like, oh, wait, there's a problem. We can't do this. I gotta put like toenail polish on, but wait, my feet don't look all that great. Like I need to moisturize them and exfoliate them.
I mean, there's 10, 20 more minutes of work to do here, so we can't be the only ones.
So with that note, I think Jamie and I are gonna sign off and go get a pedicure. So we'll be back to work in a couple hours.
Have a good week.
Bye.